Hello, welcome to Dynasty Watch. This is our very first podcast. This is your co-host Christian and our other co-host Armand.
Hi, I'm Armand,
Uh, Hope
and
you guys enjoy our very first podcast, and we'll see how it goes.
all right. This podcast will be about TV shows that are going on and movies that are relevant at the current point. We'll also talk about older movies and shows when we kind of run out of some things to talk about. We'll probably also bring them in just for fun as well. We'll do
Uh,
polls, we'll do brackets, and also tier lists later on as well. If you have any other recommendations, leave it in the comments, and we will definitely read them. This is going to be very mediocre at first. We're not going to be.
it's our very
This is
first time.
very first time doing a podcast, and you always remember your first. But
I know
so
damn well we're gonna be stuttering a lot, bro. It's gonna be a
oh
lot of
yeah,
fucking stuttering.
so also apologies for the stuttering. We definitely have planned this in a very small capacity. We did it as best as we could. Hopefully you enjoy
A
this.
day's worth,
Yes, a day's worth. I've spent a full 24 hours on this. Almost.
almost close enough, close enough.
I did
All right,
spend a
but
lot
we'll
of
dive
time
right
though.
into it.
Yeah, so this first episode we'll be talking about Welcome to Derry. Welcome to Derry takes place in Maine, Derry in 1962. You remember the first
I
episode, right?
forgot the day. Yeah, I forgot. I always forget because I was thinking I searched something up right after the show and it said 1962. That's when JFK got assassinated, like literally a year after that.
Yeah, I believe so. Um,
That's just crazy.
what do you call it? So we're gonna do no spoilers for like the first bit, and then we'll do spoilers afterwards.
We'll put after the no spoilers. You should put spoilers alert. We'll talk about.
Yeah, I'll do spoilers alert after this.
Uh,
Um, so the so I guess we'll just start off with what we believe the episode is rated. What would you give the episode out of 10?
I think, from my opinion, and for how long we waited for this show, because this show was supposed to come out already within a couple of years ago. Supposed to come out last year, and I'm pretty sure the year before that, if I remember correctly. So this
Yeah,
is a very, very, very like how do
long
I say
awaited show.
yeah, long way show. Anticipated show, I guess you can say.
Yeah,
So
very like been we've been very excited and wanting more it, and we finally got it.
yeah. So for how long we waited, and I feel like the wait was low key worth it. Uh, I liked the beginning, kind of weird, but I did like it. I like honestly the characters. I like the characters who were introduced. I like really like pretty much was really I can't really have no complaints about it. The only thing was the ending, but obviously we'll get into that later on. But it was just a very shocking for me. But if we're going based off of how I enjoyed it, I'll probably give it like a 9 out of 10, almost like a 10 out of 10.
Wow, that's pretty good. So like nine
Yeah,
and a half.
yeah, like 9 out of 10. The only reason I'll give it a 10 is just because of how like that first episode ended. So,
Yeah,
but besides that, it was like, for my opinion, it was a near perfect episode. I really had no complaints. Like everything was introduced very well. The characters were introduced very, very well. So yeah. But what about you? What about you, Armand? What would you rate the
I
show?
I think that the episode started off strong. Like the beginning of
Mm,
it started strong. Then as it progressed, I got a little mixed about how I was gonna feel about some of these characters. Um,
mm,
but I did end up loving them, and
mm.
I will say that the military storyline was probably the lower part for me in this. Just like
Oh yeah, I forgot to
yeah,
mention that. Yeah,
it wasn't anything crazy, but it wasn't bad.
yeah. It
They can
just
definitely improve on what they're doing,
yeah.
continuing it. But for me, it just was kind of like a little bit lower compared to the other stuff that we saw in this
It
episode.
it was yeah. It was just there to be there. Basically, it gave you a little tease though. It gave you a little tease about that building that's under like that no one can enter, and then it gives you a little tease about those people in the hazmat suits and why they attacked that specific officer and stuff like that. So
that part's a bit of a spoiler. Um,
Eh, I
uh,
mean, we're not gonna be talking about the military, so
yeah.
I mean,
So
it's cool.
the military part was a little lower for me, but I did like it. I think it did a good job setting up stuff, so I'm looking forward to seeing what we can see later on from it.
Yeah.
And I will say that I really enjoyed the ending, and I think that the beginning and the end of this episode were the highest points of the show. And also, there were a lot of actual good like emotional moments where you really felt like you could connect with these characters. So I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna give it an 8.5 or a 9.
So same rating almost basically.
Pretty much the same rating. I felt a little bit lower just because of the military stuff being not as
Mm.
good as the other stuff, but or else it is almost a perfect first episode.
Yeah, you're right. I wish they kind of just like introduced a little bit more. So it may seem like I guess how I say more outstanding in a way,
Yeah, I wish
but
we saw a
just
little
that.
bit more with it. And I thought that some of the Easter eggs and some of the things that they hid in this episode were really interesting and fun to like see and also notice. If you are also a fan of the book, you definitely will get your money's worth on this episode, especially with what they show you. There's a lot of little Easter eggs from the book that they're showing right off the bat, and I'm pretty sure it's only going to get more and more from there. So I'm definitely looking forward
Mhm.
to episode 2. And I will say, I don't think episode 2 is going to be as good as episode 1, just because I feel like they just
Oh,
started off
100%
so
not.
strong.
Yeah, 100% not. I think if they would have went a little like they didn't go as strong on the first episode and they kind of like build it up, I think it would have the second one could be better. But the first one was like a near perfect,
Yeah, so
and I don't
I don't
think
know if the second one's going to be able to top what the first one did, but I do think that it'll still be good.
it will still be somewhat a high rating.
Yeah. So that is our non spoiler talk. We're going to get into a quick summary of what happens in the episode.
A
So,
little spoiler. I kind of spoiled on my part. I
yeah.
apologize for that. But
First time, remember
if you
this.
that's first time. So if you choose to ignore it, thank you. If not,
I'll put a
I'm sorry.
spoiler warning on the front of the
Yeah.
cover of the episode. If you are watching it, if you are not, then I am sorry. I will try to figure out something to
Well, no mistakes. We'll learn. We'll learn when we drop
Yes,
another episode.
we are learning as we are going. So the first episode is set in 1962 in the town of Derry, Maine. We're introduced to a boy named Manny Clements. He was
Very
about.
deceiving name.
That is very true. He is
Very
about.
deceiving.
How old is he? I think he's about 12, right?
He's
I
because
think
what
I
his
want to say they said that he
no
was
no no.
12 years old. I was looking
I
online and
don't
I
know.
checked and I'm pretty
I
sure
don't.
that it was 12.
Yeah, I don't think they mentioned his age though in the show. I'm from
You
I
can
remember
kind of
correctly.
get
I
it
don't
just
think.
based on what grade he was in and everything.
Yeah, cause I from if I remember correctly, and from the show, I don't think they mentioned the age at all. From what I remember, because I don't even think like the other character and stuff like that mentioned his name. I'm pretty sure they just go based off of like what grade he was and like the year he died. So,
Yeah.
but
He sneaks into a movie theater to watch the musical The Music Man. We later find out that Maddie's well, we kind of figure piece it together by him running away that Maddie's
mm,
home life is kind of crappy. It's not great.
yeah, it's good. It's not good.
Yep. So it's a way to kind of make us empathize with that character. Maddie gets caught in the theater and he ends up having to run out of the theater. He leaves and he's it seems like he's leaving Derry as far as we see. Like he's trying to
Hmm.
walk away from Derry.
Yeah. Oh,
And
so
then
granted, caught my phone. Granted, this is not the first time he snuck into the theater. Kind of mentioned it in the movies.
oh yeah, they do
So on the show,
mention
on the
that
show.
they do mention in the show that he has snuck into this theater a few times. Um, a seemingly normal family stops by and he asks for a ride and they give it to him. In the car there is a dad, a mom who's pregnant, a daughter, and a son. And at first it begins to seem like it's a regular ride. As we kind of progress through the driving, we kind of see that the family is not really that normal. As the
A dark
daughter starts
twist.
messing with him and opens up a container of liver.
of liver. Yeah, it's like organs basically.
Yep, and she literally covers her fingers in the liver, and he puts it by Maddie's face, and
She was
then
crazy.
we also see that the son is doing like a spelling bee sort of thing, and he keeps spelling
Repeating the
out
same word.
words. Yeah, he keeps spelling out words.
Yeah.
Maddie asks if he can leave the car, and the father refuses, and then the mom starts going into labor, and and it is a very grotesque scene, seeing
Oh yeah.
a lot
If
more
you
than I thought
have
that we would see.
if you have like if you're disgusted by anything to do with blood related, or if you don't want to see any gory scenes, I would recommend not watching that specific
I
part
would
of that.
recommend not
Part of
watching
that.
this show if you are not interested in
Yeah,
gore.
because for what it seems like this whole show they're not gonna hold back on anything, and it seems like they're just gonna show like all the gory scenes. Because with that part, that basically was like what was just like pure gory. Like it was kind of like
it
Terrifier in
it
a way.
basically sets the tone as to what you're going to expect of this episode
Yeah, they're
and
not
of the
holding back
show.
on anything.
Yeah, they're not going to hold back on if you thought this was going to be less than the movies, you are very wrong because out
100%.
emerges a demonic baby with wings. And it
And
starts
like two
flying.
heads, right?
Yeah, it's got like a few heads on it, I think. It's like a
Yeah, it
smaller
has the
head and then I
biggest
think it has
one,
like
and then
some
yeah,
smaller ones as well.
it has one on the shoulder, and I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it has one like a little bit lower,
I
like
think it
kind of
has
like
like
towards
two
his
little
belly.
tiny ones as well, yeah.
Yeah, but
And I think it's got a tail. I don't remember.
no, 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 no. That okay? That I thought that was the tail, but it
Oh wait,
was
no, that's the umbilical cord. Yeah, you're
the
right.
that was a bit. That shit's
Yeah, that was gross.
nasty,
That was pulling
bro.
through her.
My
Oh,
God,
yeah, that
dude,
was
it was
brutal.
flying. Oh, okay, we're gonna go into it. It was flying around the car, like trying to like not attack them in a way, but just kind of
It
like
was scaring
just
him.
like it was scaring them basically, and you could see the umbilical cord like going all around, and then I think eventually like someone, I think the mom grabs it, and then oh my God, bro, that shit
Yep.
was so
And
nasty
then we see it smash into the window, smashing his head into the window. Which also, by the way,
into the
Maddie
trunk
has
of
a
the window.
pacifier, and Maddie's
Yeah, it seems
pacifier
like
flies out. It seems like he has mental issues with it, where he
yeah.
needs the
Oh, that
pacifier
it
to
seems
feel
to
safe.
yeah to feel safe. Yeah, it crashes. The demonic baby crashes into the trunk, and then it gets up, and then it proceeds. I think if I remember correctly, it proceeds to fly around again, and then it lands
And then it jumps
right
out.
in the middle. Yeah, right. It lands right in the middle between the kids and Maddie, and then from there it cuts off to the demonic baby just crashing into Maddie, and then you see the pacifier going into the river or like yeah river
Yeah,
right, and
yeah, it's like
then
the river, and then it goes into the sewers where
into
it
silver,
proceeds with the title card.
which was a crazy crazy first intro.
That was a really
Like
good
the intro
intro.
to the show, amazing. I wouldn't again, like I said, if you're not into gory stuff like this, I would not recommend watching it. It do they not they really don't hold back on anything, since
Especially later.
including its specific scenes. Yeah, it's
Um,
specific scenes. Dude.
uh, After this, we meet four kids. Lily, uh, Lily Bainbridge,
Mm,
Teddy Uris, who is also related to Stanley Uris. I don't know if you actually remember who Stanley is, but Stanley's the
Stanley.
one that
Stanley.
suicides in the
Oh, in
first
the second part.
in the second
No,
part,
no,
like but in the It
yeah,
movies.
second part. He suicides in the bathroom, right?
Yeah,
It was the bathtub. Yeah,
he
bathtub.
cuts his wrist.
It really? I did not know that actually. That's actually crazy.
Yeah, he cuts his wrist.
You could, I guess you could kind of see they kind of like look a little like,
And if
but I
also
don't.
this part is also unallowed to say. I'm gonna cut this part out just in case. Um,
Uh,
if it is he unalives himself. So he unalives himself
oh
in
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
bathtub. So um, but yeah, so Teddy Uris is related to Stan Uris. So it seems like they tease like it's almost like gonna be his if you pay attention to the names at least. They almost tease like that's gonna be the like his grandfather or his dad.
Yeah.
Actually, most likely his dad. But from what we find out, it seems
The
like that was his uncle. So that was interesting to see. There's also
yeah,
Phil,
no,
who's obsessed with aliens,
hilarious,
and he was also hilarious.
hilarious.
Yep, and
Hilarious.
then
He was
Phil's
probably,
little sister Susie.
which is also kind of hilarious in a
Yes,
way.
both
If
of
you
them
don't
actually were
find
the
it,
best for me personally.
yeah. Him and Ted have made like a good partnership. They're kind of like that one, that one crazy friend that believes in like all this crazy stuff, and then like that one somewhat normal friend that kind of agrees with you, but then also kind of normal. They make a good duo, basically.
They did it. Yeah, they were very fun to watch together. And then we also later meet Ronnie, who is the daughter of the projectionist. So the person that runs the
Yeah, she
projector.
was. Oh yeah, before I mentioned that part, she was in the beginning of the intro. She's the one that actually saves Maddie from getting in trouble. If you watch the first, like in the beginning, Maddie runs out and
Yeah, she does help
hides
Maddie.
from, yeah, right. Maddie runs out and hides from the security, and then she ends up not ratting him out and saying that he went a different way, and he helps basically Maddie escape basically. So
Yep. So then the episode continues where we find out that Lily claims that she can hear Maddie's voice from the drains. By the way, before I kind of jump to that, Lily was friends with Maddie, and it seems like Maddie had a crush on Lily, and he brought
it
her
seemed,
to their quote unquote clubhouse, I guess. I don't
yeah,
really need
they
to
call it
call.
Clubhouse, right?
I forgot what they called it specifically. I think it
I
was
think it was just like a hangout.
yeah,
It was like a hangout
but
spot. I think they said it
basically
was.
they bring him out to like this nice cool area where only guys are allowed. Uh, Maddie is I will say put quotes on this. Friends with Teddy
Phil.
yeah, he's quote unquote friends with Teddy and Phil. But as we find out in that episode, Teddy and Phil were actually paid to hang out with Maddie, with
They
Candy.
don't show it in the episode. Yeah, they don't show it in the episode,
But they
but
were
from
but
what they were
they
told,
have conversations
yeah,
of Teddy feeling guilty,
guilt
and
for not.
Phil doesn't feel that guilty, saying that we're just taking Candy for free. It's nothing, and we're still friends with him. It seems like
They
that
both
they
have
do
the,
end up getting guilt though um
yeah,
over losing him. And
uh, they
Lily,
have different opinions to it.
yeah, Lily then once she gets brought to the clubhouse with Maddie, they have a whole scene where it's nice together. He gives her this little turtle necklace. I think it's a necklace, right? Or is it a what was it?
Yeah,
I think
it was like I- it was no, I think oh, it was from like
it was like a
I
little
think it was
charm.
from like opening something. Yeah, it was a charm, but it
Yeah.
was from opening something. I forgot what it
Yeah.
was though, but like they opened something and she ended up getting I think what was it she got because she said she mentioned it. She gets it all the time when she opened it. I forgot what it was though, but Maddie Lily didn't want it, and Maddie said that they were willing to trade, and Maddie ends up getting the
Yeah.
turtle.
Yeah.
So
So they have a nice wholesome scene, and now that Maddie's gone, she's worried about him. And so she ends up going to the clubhouse and waiting for Teddy and Phil to arrive. As Teddy and Phil arrive, she begins to tell them what she sees. Teddy and Phil don't believe her. Teddy then later on, well, actually, Phil has a very hard time believing her, whereas Teddy is optimistic
somewhat, yeah, somewhat,
and has somewhat doubt, has a bit of doubt, but he does seem to believe her a lot more than Phil does. Teddy also
yeah,
starts seeing visions where his lampshade turns into a human face and starts
like a
talking
bunch
to
of
him.
faces.
Yep,
Yeah, it's like a bunch of faces. It was just one. It was a,
like a leather face type of thing.
it was like it looked like a Leatherface mask.
Yep, with like a lamp with
Pardon me.
for a lamp though.
Yeah, it was just all. It was like the entire lamp. It wasn't even just like oh one huge face. It was just like it was like a bunch of like small faces around like the lamp, and then ends up what's it called? Like he sees it. Oh no, at first the light keeps on turning off, and then that scene pops up, and it ends up like Ted jumps off the bed and goes to hide, and the lamp ends up following him. It's kind of cool because they kind of copy like what like in the movie where they have those type of visions, type of imaginations, ends up like not being real but real to them.
Yep.
So
I forgot what Phil saw. What did Phil see?
I don't know. He didn't see anything.
But there was something that made
I
him
don't, he
that
didn't.
freaked him. Oh wait, no, you're right, you're right. Phil didn't see anything.
He didn't.
Teddy was
No,
so
he didn't see. But he,
terrified, and he went to Phil and told him what he saw, and then Phil automatically
believed him.
believed him because he knows how
He never lies.
he doesn't lie,
He did.
and he knows when he's being
You,
serious, and
and
so
you
he
could
went
tell.
they went to
That
Maddie
fool
and
was
they
throwing up.
yeah, oh yeah, he was throwing up a lot. So they
Dude,
actually
that
all
fool
end up
was
going back
throwing
to that.
up.
They all end up going back to that clubhouse, and they all start talking about what they think this can be, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. And it's kind of funny just because it seems like this is the losers club, and they're already setting them up as this group. They even have their own clubhouse, and not to mention they're already working together to try to figure out what's going on. So it's kind of interesting that within the first episode, they're already finding out what's going on in this town. They end up going to the library, where we also meet for the first time. We meet
Susan.
yeah,
Susan.
we meet Susie, the sister of
Is it
Phil.
Susan or Susie?
It's Susie.
Susie.
Yep.
Susie, right? Oh, okay. Okay.
Susie is adorable, and she seems to be like a bit of a smart ass. And and
Yeah.
Phil ends up doing a hilarious scene where he asks her if he if she can look for a bucket of muffins, right?
Bucket of muffins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there
I
we go.
think
A
it's a
bucket
bucket
of
or
muffins,
basket. It's a
a
bucket.
basket of muffins, I think. Book. And she ends up looking for it, and he's like, "Yo, don't worry, she's never gonna find it." Um, then they find out that Ronnie has a connection to this, so they end up going to Ronnie to ask questions. Ronnie is pissed off right off the bat because she feels like she's being interrogated again, where she also mentions that the cops already came over and tried to pin it on her and her family.
Yeah, her
I
father
think yeah,
specifically.
they
Yeah,
were trying to pin it specifically on her father.
but that's because the father worked there, and then she also worked there, so that's why they were like the prime suspect.
Yep. Meanwhile, in the adult subplot, we meet Major Leroy Hanlon. He's related to um he's related to Mike Hanlon, so he is the granddad of Mike. And if you don't remember Mike, Mike
With
is
me,
from the first two It movies, and
the
he's the
oh yeah
yeah.
yeah
He ends up meeting. He's the African American kid, and he ends up meeting.
yeah
He ends up joining the Losers Club a bit later
yeah
than
yeah
the
yeah,
rest of
yeah,
them,
yeah,
but
yeah.
he ends up joining them. He's also the
We
one that brings
meet.
them all back together.
Yeah, he does save him. Yeah, that's true. We end up meeting Hanlon and Rosso. And for it seems like Rosso was actually pretty hilarious. But it seems like yeah, a couple funny scenes, even though he wasn't really they didn't
Oh,
really show it a lot of the military scenes.
also, there's a
But
little Easter egg where you. Well, I mean, we'll probably see more of him from what I think
yeah,
they've shown in the trailer, but we do meet Alvin Marsh, who. No, not Alvin Marsh. Sorry. We meet Dick Halloran, and Dick Halloran is from The Shining. He's a part of the movie, and he is a character that has the ability of The Shining. So we do get to meet him um, in this show, and it seems like he might have some sort of ties to this whole Derry storyline, and it'd be interesting to see that they may connect The Shining and the Deadlights because there has been some sort of because they're both supernatural. So
mm.
it's kind of curious to see where that might go. But we end up seeing Leroy, and we also end up seeing that he's facing major racism from some of the people there,
Oh yeah,
particularly one,
specifically guy.
yeah, some white guy who is definitely not happy that he is in charge of him.
100%. And I forgot what's his name. I forgot what they mentioned his name was.
I don't remember exactly what his name was, but
Yeah, neither do
uh,
I. But you could
it
tell he's very
wasn't.
racist.
Yeah, yeah, he is. They don't show too much more with him. And they go back to the kids,
It was just
who
yeah, it was a specific scene.
yeah, they go back to the kids who go to the abandoned theater currently, and they decide to break in. Ronnie fires up the projector, and they also start the film Music Man, where they also see that that's the song that Maddie was singing in the bathtub. That's the
Mhm.
song that what's
That
her
Lily heard.
yeah, that Lily heard. As the screen starts going, they see Maddie on the screen. Maddie is holding a baby, and he's walking towards the screen, uh, saying just a bunch of
They all
like the
betrayed
worst
him.
things, how they betrayed him and everything, they didn't care for him and stuff like that. and he lets go of the baby, where the baby bursts out of the screen, and it's that same demonic baby that killed him. And it's a massive one this time. It's a lot bigger.
Mhm.
And then this is where the episode goes crazy, where we end up seeing Teddy get lifted into the air and then completely ripped in half. And then after that, we end up seeing Phil and Susie get attacked, where Phil gets knocked down. We don't see him get eaten, but we can hear munching noises. So we aren't. There
Uh,
isn't a 100% confirmed, because my whole belief on that is, if we do not 100% see it, we do not 100% know that he's dead. It is most
I'm just
likely.
hoping
It
it's
is
all an
most likely.
imagination.
It is most likely that he is dead, but we're not too sure.
I'm just hoping it's all an imagination, kind of like those visions they had in like the other movies and stuff like that.
I
Dude, because
have a
there's just
hard time
no
believing
way.
that that's gonna happen.
There's just no way you introduce that good of characters in the first episode and then kill them off instantly, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's why I don't rate the episode 10 out of 10, just because of that. Like I wish they didn't kill off the characters. They're so good characters. Those are honestly like the
Teddy
perfect
and
characters
Phil
you can
were
introduce.
had a great dynamic, and it's sad to see that that has already gone out in the first episode. I
I'm hoping it's imagination.
We'll find out next episode.
Uh, well, it comes
Susie,
out Friday, right?
um, I believe they're
It's already Friday, right?
They're it's gonna be every Friday, I think, but they are dropping an episode on Halloween. Wait,
This
no,
is Friday.
that is Halloween. Wait a minute,
Yeah, that's Halloween. Yeah,
I'm trying to
but
remember.
Friday is Halloween.
Yeah, so I
Friday's the
wait no, because the
greatest.
episode came out Sunday, right?
No, the episode came out. I think the 20. When did the first episode drop? I'm pretty sure. I think it actually came out when that Classico game happened. Hold on. When first? Let me see. Oh, I'm searching it right now. Oh yeah, no, the 26th. They came out. When was the 26th? Sunday.
Yeah, so they're coming out
Yeah, they come
Sundays.
out Sunday. But that's weird.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
then it's coming out every Sunday.
they're gonna be dropping
Okay.
episodes every Sunday, and they're dropping one on Friday as well. So they're
Ooh.
yeah,
Oh,
so
so that
there's
means it's gonna be early. So that
yeah,
means we're
so
gonna have
they're
to
gonna
wait
drop an
until next.
episode on Friday, and they're also gonna drop an episode on Sunday, from what I believe, from what I was told. I'm not entirely sure. That's just from
Oh.
what my sister told me, and she likes to keep up with this type of stuff. So, um, that'll be
Oh,
interesting.
there's no way. I hope.
Also, I forgot to mention really
Ball.
quickly
Way.
that I didn't mention this part yet, but during the attack, after Phil gets jumped, we see Susie on the floor with Lily, and Lily reaches out to Susie, and then we see the demonic baby jump on top of Susie, and we see later that Lily runs out of the room with Ronnie. When Ronnie comes down and runs out with her, we see that Lily is holding Susie's little hand.
This is what we mean by they do not hold back on any type of scene.
Yep,
So if you
they
do not
killed a
like
little
gory,
girl already in the first episode. That was as sad to
it,
me as seeing that one kid die in It Chapter 2. In
yeah,
that
dude, they
mirror
killed
maze.
off a bunch of they killed off a bunch of great characters. I'm hoping it's all an imagination.
I know, because
Call me
I'm not gonna
delusional.
lie to you, it sounds delusional.
Call,
Out of the
call me
5
delusional.
characters, Lily and Ronnie were my least favorites from that group so far, and Teddy, Phil, and Susie have already died.
Well, with Ronnie, I think she's gonna be a cool character. You could tell that she's
Yeah,
like
Ronnie and
kind of
Lily
like a
will
badass
definitely be
character.
good characters, but off the first episode though, Phil was already my favorite. I love Teddy's dynamic with Phil, so
Sad,
he was already up
yeah.
for me. And then
And then
Susie was
Susie was
just
just
funny.
also just funny. Oh my god,
Yeah,
dude, there's no way, bro. Call me delusional. I don't give a fuck. I'm hoping it's all imagination.
yep.
I'm waiting for
So
my heart to be broken in the next episode, and I call you
they've killed, they've killed 3 of the 5 already.
instantly, bro. They usually you in first and like shows like this type of shows. Usually in the first episode, they never kill off. At most, they kill off one character, but they never kill off 3 instantly,
Yep.
including good characters.
Yeah, exactly.
So I wonder. I
Um,
wonder who the next characters are gonna be for the. I guess you could call the loser group, because that's basically what they're gonna be.
the loser duo.
Yup.
since that's all that's left.
Dude, oh my god. Call me delusional. I don't care, bro. I want them to be imagination, bro.
Yep. Some little Easter eggs that were throughout the episode. Um, Alvin Marsh, and this is why I got it confused earlier, and I accidentally said it. My apologies. Alvin Marsh, um, is related to Beverly. That's Beverly's dad. Alvin Marsh's name is written in the stalls when we see Lily go into the bathrooms.
Oh, that's what it was?
Yeah, if you see in the background, there's a little like heart thing, and it says Alvin Marsh on it. It's that's Beverly's dad's name. So we
Mm,
actually may see Beverly's dad appear in this show. See how he was before
do
he was
you
an asshole,
think you think
or
they'll
maybe
bring
he
some
always
of
was.
the you think they'll bring some of like the I guess some of the characters from the It? You think they'll bring it? Oh no, because
This takes
this is
years
like the
before.
beginning of it. Yeah, yeah,
This is
yeah.
before they're
Okay, I
born.
was
This
yeah,
takes
true.
place 23 years before the first It.
Damn, so this is like the beginning story, like how it all started.
Yeah, this is where we're following some of the ancestors. And we're also going to see a lot of kids die throughout these episodes, I believe. I mean, we already saw
A lot
three
of good
die. Well, we
characters.
saw four
A
die in
lot
the
of good
first
characters.
episode.
Yeah, a lot of good characters too. Well, except Maddie, but I think Maddie would have been a good character if the
You
obviously
know
if
what?
he
I
was in the
didn't
first
care for Maddie too much when he passed because I didn't really have enough to care for him.
connect
But
with
they
him.
did make
Yeah,
me feel bad for him the more we find out about him.
yeah, because he didn't have a good life. He didn't have a good home. He really didn't have any friends, and the friends he did have,
We're
he didn't
pretending.
know. Yeah, we're pretending, and then I guess you can tell that
And they
Lily
forgot
did
about
like
him on his
Maddie.
birthday.
Yeah, that's true. And you could, yeah, I don't know if that's true. Yeah, that's bogus as hell. And you can also tell that Lily did like Maddie because I get in the scene
Not in
where
that
they,
way. She liked him in
yeah,
a friend's way, not in
and a friends way, yeah.
yeah, not in
But he
in a
got,
more romantic way.
yeah, he got heartbroken. He got rejected, and they ended up leaving. And then that was basically the last time
That's
Lily
basically
saw
what
Maddie
ended
because,
him in the episode where it took advantage of him.
yeah, and that family ended
That
up,
sounded wrong, but it
yeah.
definitely
Pause.
did take advantage of the mindset that he was under and ended up
Yeah.
using his fear against him and then killed him. So there's actually a
Oh.
few references throughout it. Like I mentioned, Dick Halloran is from The Shining. We also saw Mike's granddad. We also see,
Mhm.
and this is for people that enjoy the books. They reference the turtle, um, Matarin. That's the name of the turtle.
Donatello.
Uh, um, they reference the turtle throughout the episode a few times. One of the bigger references I think you'll probably remember is seeing that mascot, that turtle mascot.
Yeah, in the beginning,
Yeah,
yeah. I felt
if
bad
you
for that mascot, man.
yeah, he got bullied. But you'll see it probably throughout other episodes as well. There will probably be hints of turtles because in the book of It, Matarin is a cosmic entity of good, and he's also the polar opposite of Pennywise. And he is also they. I don't remember if they say it exactly, but they basically do consider uh, him to be the creator of the universe. He creates our universe. Um, and
Mm.
also, of course, there was also the reference with the turtle. That was the charm that was given to Lily by Maddie. And I'm actually
Yeah.
kind of curious. Do you think that might have something to do with why she ended up living? Was she was ended up only she ended up being the only one to live in that theater because Ronnie was outside of that area, so she wouldn't have been attacked by the creature that way.
Yeah,
But
that's
Ronnie
true
was in
because the
there,
turtle.
and the
Yeah, the turtle
turtle.
could have been protecting her.
Yep, the turtle is supposed to be protecting the Losers Club in the books, so it might have something to do with that charm, where maybe that's what kept her alive.
It clearly didn't protect the other characters.
Definitely not.
I'm still so upset at that.
Especially Teddy. Teddy definitely got the most brutal
The
death.
worst of it.
He got lifted in the
Yeah,
air and then split in half. Uh,
dude, that was insane. Wait, no, because I'm pretty sure doesn't he end up try running away with Phil and they both get jumped again? I'm pretty sure there's like a little quick
what?
like scene of it where like
Teddy
I'm
got
like, I'm
split in
pretty
the
sure I'm
air.
not. I know, but I'm pretty sure I'm not tweaking. You can see, you can see both the characters running away and jumping over the chair. I feel like,
You see him trying to escape before that, but he gets lifted and then gets killed.
I'm pretty sure. I'm like,
Maybe his
I'm not.
body
I'm
just
pretty
fell
sure
on the
he's
chair.
maybe. I don't know. Cause I feel like I saw him trying to run away with Phil. Oh no, I gotta rewatch that. I gotta rewatch the last part and see what happens.
But yeah, so those are some of the Easter eggs that were throughout the episode. At least the ones that I caught. I had to rewatch
Yeah.
it and skim through things that I felt that had scenes where I was like, "Oh, I remember there was something here," or and also I did see some things
Sadly, I
online
didn't have
that
enough
helped me.
time. Yeah. Sadly, I
Um,
didn't have enough time to rewatch it. I was kind of busy all day. So
yeah,
thank you for my co-host Armand for coming up with all the all the research and stuff like that. I'm just here for the to talk about it basically.
for the money.
For the
Uh,
money, only
uh,
for the money.
but so actually, let's get
Oh yeah,
into
hold on.
some. Oh,
Disclaimer though. Hold on, wait. Disclaimer. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm saying that right. If we do skip a lot of like parts throughout the episode, we apologize. We're only just talking about like the important parts.
oh yeah.
So
Also, please
if
let us
you
know if there's anything you want us to improve on this podcast. This is our
yeah,
first one. Also, if you
100%.
guys
But
like the
yeah,
name.
also we're still figuring out the name. The name is comes to like this type of stuff. So if you come up with great names, I appreciate it.
I think the
If
name is
not,
all
we'll
right
just
for
stick with
now.
this one.
I kind of like it.
Yeah, I mean,
We'll see.
if anything,
We
we
can
could change
always
them out
change
the
it
line.
still. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah,
Um.
disclaimer, like I said, if we cut out a lot of parts, we're only talking about the important parts and like the ones that stand out to us the most. So if there's like scenes that like just like if we jump from one scene to a whole completely other scene, is because important scenes that we think stand out the most. So
Yeah. Um. So some other things I'd like to mention was also that um that in the books and in the movies they show Pennywise die. They state that Pennywise dies. Um.
movie.
I'm curious to see if they're gonna add all tease that there's a possibility of him being alive still. Cause in the
Wait, the movie he dies.
But in the books, he also dies. But in this, because this is also where I'm gonna connect this. They connect The Shining to this show clearly from introducing a
Mhm.
character from The Shining. Um, in Stephen King's universe, everything is connected, but also in the books, that's the same way. And in the books, there's also some hints that Pennywise may be alive. In the book Dreamcatcher, it takes place uh like 15 to 16 years past what happens in it, I believe. And in that book, it's four childhood friends who have an annual hunting trip in Maine. Takes place some close to Derry, during which they encounter a deadly alien parasite. Uh, and in that, they also show that the alien parasite is trying to like I forget what it is, but he's trying to contaminate the sewer drains. And as it's looking around, in the character finds a graffiti that says Pennywise lives. This book came out after and also takes place after the It book. And they actually do visit Derry, where they do see that and they even show it in the book. It says Pennywise lives. This could be a hint from Pennywise surviving his battle with the Losers Club and warning Mr. Grey to stay out of his territory. Mr. Grey is the alien. Uh, Also, if you're not unaware, Pennywise is a cosmic entity from a dimension called the Macroverse. That's also where the turtle Madarin is also from. Um, and while Mr. Grey isn't the same species as him, his species was destroyed by humans, and it seems like they acknowledge that they both know each other, and it seems like that he Pennywise was at least talking to Mr. Grey, at least by telling him to stay out of his town. So it is interesting to see that there is possibilities of him being around in the books, because there's also even another book called Tommy Knocker's Influence, and they talk about how uh, right here. They do say that they believe that he's hallucinating, because it says Tommy had begun to hallucinate as he dove up. This is the quote. As he dove up Wentworth Street, he thought he saw a clown grinning up at him from an open sewer manhole. A clown with shiny silver dollars for eyes and a clenched white glove filled with balloons. This book uh, was this book I think takes place in 1987, and it is in 1985. So this is 2 years after. Let's just break it down with that part. He sees a clown. That's a very odd thing to see, especially since he's never met Pennywise before in that
Yeah.
book. So it's very interesting to see that they even reference him there. And if there's also probably more to break down here, where the creature's heart was never actually technically his heart that they destroyed, but a manifestation of its power which the losers destroyed. It is possible for that creature to return, and maybe it returned to the macroverse where it could recover.
Yeah, cause the only way the way that he died was because they bullied him to death, basically. Which sounds kind of fucked up, but it was the truth.
Yep.
He
The
basically,
macroverse, they do it different ways in throughout both. But basically it all leads the same way with Pennywise dying, as far as we're aware. But the macroverse is a concept used in various fictional universes to describe a dimension that exists beyond or encompasses multiple universes. So it's interesting to see that there are possibilities of Pennywise living, and who knows, if this show does well, maybe they might do a sequel to the movies where we get to see more of him. I'm not 100% against it because I would love to see more Pennywise, but at the same time, I don't want them to ruin his legacy, you know?
yeah, cause I wouldn't want them to make another movie and ends up being bad, cause then that would just really. We seen that with like a bunch of movies where like the two first movies are like the movie really, really and the legacy,
Yeah,
but
we
then they proceed. I guess they take advantage of it and they proceed to like they think like if they just make another movie good, and then it ends up being
yeah,
like the legacy of that character. So
yeah. So, I think it'd be exciting to see if they're gonna do anything that encompasses anything with what I mentioned in those books.
I hope to see Pennywise again. Pennywise is up. The movies are a
Also, yeah,
banger.
actually, that's another thing to point out in this episode. This episode is almost not misleading, but almost makes you believe that you're for sure gonna see Pennywise, and not
Hundred
once
percent,
did we
hundred
see
percent.
Pennywise in this first episode.
It deceives you, like kind of like how I mentioned in the beginning, where like Maddie's name is deceiving. Again, very deceiving name. If you think it's a girl, it is not a girl. It is a boy. I was shocked, but but I thought Maddie was Lily, and I thought like Ted was the character. I don't know. I got it mixed up, but
um,
yeah, no. And it kind of like teases you. It kind of thinks that Pennywise will pop up. It could kind of. I thought he
there's a
would have
few
popped up
scenes where they
in the
make
intro.
it seem like he might pop up here, and then
Yeah,
he
I
didn't.
thought I thought I thought he would have popped up in the intro with the sewer scene. I thought it would have introduced that, and I thought because we already mentioned it. I thought he popped up in the scene with Maddie where he was at the theaters. Those were the two I thought he would pop up for sure.
Oh yeah, it was
But they
surprising to
never.
see that
But
he
they
didn't
never.
even show up once or mention at all the clown.
But which is good though, because it kind of makes you like it kind of makes you wait for
Anticipate
the
for him.
build up and yeah, anticipate for him. It makes you believe that he will pop up and it won't. But then when he does pop up, be awesome. So it kind of like teases you.
Yeah,
So I like that though. I like the way they did it. So
yeah. I'm excited to see him pop up later on. This actually does kind of follow more closely to the books, where we don't see as much Pennywise, but we see more of his illusions. So it's kind of cool to see that. Also, they do more of his illusions because, for instance, he was the whole family and in the car as well. Whereas in the movies, he doesn't really end up being more than just one thing.
yeah, he does.
He
He's
does it a couple
really like
times, but
it.
for the most part, he's usually like the creature or like that
Yeah.
spider head thing or Paul Bunyan.
Mm. Yeah, but no, in this one he's like the entire thing. He's like literally like basically the car itself.
Yeah,
Like he's literally the entire thing. All the family members. See, because you think they're a normal family, and then like ended up becoming like a whole different thing. And sadly,
yeah,
because he was trying to get away from Derry, and then they ended up killing him off there. And then it's cool. And then he appears in multiple illusions, like the Lily scene where he was
Yeah, where
stuff
he's
in
in
the
the train
sewers.
or the projector scene.
Yeah. So, oh no, and also the lamp.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah, he appeared in very small scenes. Like it was, you could really count. Like, but those scenes were, I guess, the most important parts in the show. That he will eventually pop up throughout the show, and you think he would pop up in that episode. He ended up not popping up, but it's cool though because it was a banger episode. So that shows to go. Wonder how that.
Yeah.
So
Also, just a real quick mention. I do apologize for the audio. I'm gonna work on it. Because you're cutting out a little bit, but we can still hear what you're saying for the most part.
okay, I told you I hate Discord so much. Discord always it always cuts me off.
Yeah.
So
Overall, the episode was great, and looking forward to more. And we can also probably expect to see the other kids appear as well in the future
I'm
episodes
hoping it's
as
all
aliens.
illusion. Call me delusional. Call me. I don't care. Call me delusional. I hope it's all illusion, and they reappear, and they all some come back alive.
Next episode, I'm gonna
Cool,
get a
cause
call
just
and he's crying. He's like, "They didn't come
dude,
back."
dude, that's what I said, bro. Cause there's just no way you kill off those good of characters in the first episode. There's just no way, bro. Like those characters were so good. Like I really don't care for, but those characters were so good, and that's basically the loser club. I thought that was gonna be the loser club.
Yeah, they definitely tease it like that. That's what was very deceptive, is they were making you feel like this is gonna be this version's Losers Club, and then they just straight up murder most of the group already.
Yeah, it's really only the last two are two girls. Not even the funnier characters. No offense. The girls I think are gonna. Dude, you could tell Ronnie's gonna be badass, and Lily right now is kind of the emotion of losing Maddie. I
I
think
do
she's gonna
think
be a
Lily has the
fantastic
best
character.
performance so far, though, in
Yeah,
terms of acting.
yeah,
Her
yeah.
acting
I
and showing
it's
her
amazing.
like fear and everything has been
Oh,
great.
yeah, I think they're gonna be fantastic characters, and I'm not saying that whatsoever. I just think, I think they killed off the best characters instantly.
Oh yeah,
So,
they definitely wanted you
and
to
I
fall
would
in love with those characters just so that they can rip your hearts out.
100%. You can't tell me you're not a sub eater, bro.
Oh, I'm definitely
Bro.
upset. Phil was. I literally mentioned while I was watching with my family, Phil is my favorite character, and Phil died. And I
What's your
was,
family think?
So my mom didn't watch it. My dad watched it and he said he really liked it, and my sister watched it and she loved it. The only thing she didn't like is that she didn't care for the military stuff. But then she also mentioned that she and I haven't heard this, but apparently she's been seeing this online, is that some people are considering this episode to be just as good, if not better, than the movies. I think that's a little far to say.
That's a that's a big take, bro. Because
Yeah,
because it's two movies and both of them. If anything, the second one is better than says a lot because the first is really really good.
I think the first
So
one's still the best one in terms of story and characters, but the second one has some of my favorite moments because I really enjoyed the adults.
I
But
think
the
it just
kids
had
were
the
really good.
better scenes. Yeah. Though
Yeah.
both of them, it's I
Most
think
people
when the
consider
show
the first one the
finishes,
best, though, still.
yeah, when the show finishes, I think it definitely will be better if they do it right.
If they continue at this rate, I
But,
think it will be better than both the movies.
but to say the first episode is better than the movie already is kind of outrageous.
Yeah, I definitely would not agree with that statement right off the bat. All right, now
But
let's.
it is worth it though, 100%.
Yep,
Like if you don't care for the gory stuff, the movie the show is 100% worth it.
yep. Now let's go into our next topic right now. We're gonna be asking some questions. These are
Oh
some of the
lord,
questions that I wrote down.
oh lord.
So let's
So you know, I
go.
don't come any questions.
So, what is the first horror movie you watched? Do you
Oh, we're
remember?
actually these time. Oh, okay, okay. I thought we were talking about like questions for the show. Okay, I could do find this. My first ever horror movie. Oh, yeah, I remember. It's the I don't know if I'm pronouncing the right name correctly, and I remember this clearly because I had nightmares from and I was crying because again I was like 9, I think 8 or 9.
What was the movie?
I think it's called. I think the wax movie. I think it was like the Museum of Wax or the House of Wax. I forgot what it was called,
Oh,
but it
The
was
House of Wax. I think that's actually a
yeah, it
movie.
was yeah. It's
Yeah, House of
basically
Wax.
this killer, and these people go into town. I don't know if it's town. I'm pretty sure it's a town though. I haven't watched it since I watched it for my very.
Yeah, a gang of
But
college
these
friends
people go into
go into
It's a
Um,
town.
yeah, a ghost town.
It's a town based. I forgot what the town was called though, but it was a town, and basically it's like it's a weird town. You could tell right, like they really weren't interacting. And then this killer, he kills people. No, but okay, not necessarily kills them. He keeps them alive, but he turns them into wax figures. Um, my bad. I was at Air and I watched this at night, and I remember crying. I remember having nightmares. Like now, I can watch horror movies, and like
Yep.
I should love
Now we're both
movies, but
psychotic. Um,
secretly.
um,
Yeah, no, that was my very first. Like it really messed me up. Now I can watch horror movies fine,
yep. We always remember your first.
but dude, but that thing really messed me up. Like it was just creepy, but there was wax figures, and I'm like, it was so creepy. But what about you? What was your very first horror movie?
My very first. My very first horror movie was A
Space
Nightmare on
Clowns,
Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yep, that was my first horror movie I ever saw.
Why did oh, for some reason I thought of
A Nightmare Before
when you said
Christmas.
that. Yeah, dude. For some reason, that's the thing that popped into my head. I was
This
like,
is Halloween. This is
yeah,
Halloween. Halloween.
I was like, you
Halloween.
guys scared? You guys scared of that?
That okay. So let me start off by saying this. When I was younger, I was scared, shitless by Freddy Krueger. Not because I've seen the movies, but because when I was little, my dad in the basement, he had a bunch of like these Freddy Krueger figures and like these like little things that were from the movies. And looking at that person, I mean, come on, who isn't scared of Freddy Krueger if you saw that like as a kid, and you see that that's supposed to be a person? Like he's got burnt scars all over him, and no offense to people who have that, but like he's also got literally knives for fingers. Like the way he's presented is freaky. Not to mention
Oh,
also the
100%.
poster he has is like of like this warm like the scene like where like Freddy Krueger turns into like this monstrous creature. So I remember seeing that, and that used to scare me like crazy. My dad wanted me to watch A Nightmare on Elm Street because he felt that it would help me with not being as scared.
What?
It didn't work that
What type
well.
of logic?
Yeah,
What
it
type
worked all right, I would say, because while I wasn't as scared by him as I was later on, I would say the first movie definitely still freaked me out just because of how he was, and I felt the first movie was still very freaky when I was younger. Now I'm okay with watching it. Um, the later movies is what made me feel better about Freddy Krueger, and honestly, I wasn't as scared of him anymore because he was more fun. But that first movie though, yeah, no, that freaked me out a bit. That whole one of my favorite lines though in a movie from him is when she goes when oh, I forgot her name, but this girl ends up sleeping. She's dreaming and she sees him and he like extends his arms, I think, and then she goes, "Oh God," and then he goes, "No," and then he pulls the glove out. He's like, "This is God." That scene, oh, it's so good. The music too, and oh yeah, I love it. I love that movie so much. It's one of my favorite movies of all time for like horror movies. Um, what horror movie scared? So, what was the last horror movie that scared you?
The last one? I don't really get like what okay, the ones that like jump scare me or the ones that I can't
I
really
guess the last one that kind of messed with you. What was the last one that you can recall that kind of messed with you?
Final Destination.
Final Destination. You were like, we're all dying.
No, in the highway, bro. I can't go
Oh,
on the
the
highway
highway scene.
normally
Yeah,
now.
the highway scene does
Yeah.
freak. That highway scene is scares everyone. It is
Including
horrifying.
if you see logs, like dude, like
Yeah,
come on, bro.
anytime I see logs in the highway, I always end up going around them or I go in front of them just so I don't have to be next to it. Like hell no.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm not doing that. The first, like the last horror movie I really like, kind of like that. Hmm.
I'll tell you what mine was.
Yeah, you tell me yours, and I'll think about mine.
So the last one that I recall, because I don't remember, it's either flip flopped. One of the last ones that really freaked me out was either, it was actually it or it was Insidious. I think I saw Insidious beforehand, so I don't. So I think it was Insidious. That was the that. So I don't think it was Insidious. I think it was actually it, the first It movie. because I remember being actually scared of the clown for a while because the actor is freaky. It's very fair to be
Oh
afraid of
no,
them.
no, he does do an amazing
Yep.
job though. He
And I
makes
will
you
say, every
he
time I
literally makes you
rewatch
freak
that
out.
first movie, I still get chills from that first scene where you see him talking to Georgie, and he's literally like he's like drooling over him. His eyes are like
Yeah,
doing the cross-eyed thing. Oh my god, no. That scene, I still get chills whenever I watch that first movie. Um
that or the projector scene kind of gives me a little chills.
Surprisingly,
But
nothing else in that movie, nothing else in that whole series freaks me out more than the beginning scene. The beginning scene, for some reason, it still gives me chills. Like I get like a bit of a chill. I'm not scared of it anymore. But like when I was younger and when I watched it for the first time, I had a hard time wanting to watch it. I actually literally ran up the stairs because I didn't want to watch it. It freaked me out. I hated it. But I ended up watching it anyways, and I ended up loving the movies. And I actually saw the second one in theaters, but no, that first one definitely freaked me out. Um, and I think that was the last horror movie that ever like scared me was that scene where Georgie gets killed.
I don't like. Oh, okay, that is a pretty good one. I don't think like I can't really like a
So it's
horror movie
probably
that gave
Final
me like.
Destination then.
Yeah, because
I
dude, I
saw
don't. I
Final
can't really think of
Destination
like.
early in my life, so actually when I was already driving, I already had that fear like for a while.
Doesn't know. That's what I'm saying. No, on the high, dude. I had like I watched it when I was younger. So every time I would look like underneath when I was sitting down, I would look at the bottom, make sure because of how freaked out I was, bro. Because dude, but I guess in terms, of, yeah, I think Final Destination is probably like the one, like even now I still get freaked out
Yeah,
just thinking
it
about certain
messes
shit.
with me, but it doesn't. The movie doesn't scare me, but that scene does mess with me
Yeah, no,
still.
the movie does. No, yeah, the movie does. It's not the movie that scares you. It's just like because of how well they did like the scene. It just gives you like the chill, like because anyone has watched that when you go on the highway now and you see a semi truck full of logs and stuff like that, you're gonna not stay behind it. You're gonna go because you know what happened.
Yep. Actually, fun fact:
So,
my I've actually had a long time fear of planes, where I was scared for a while. And just as the year I got over it, my dad decided to show me the first that Final Destination movie. I don't know if you remember
what the
what
fuck?
happens in that movie, but
Yeah,
the
yeah,
plane
yeah, yeah.
fucking blows up.
Oh
So
hell no, that would be.
my fear went straight back, and I ended. And what was it? I think we had a flight not even that far off from that day when we watched it. So literally, I'm in the plane and I'm freaking out mentally because I'm like, because
No planes.
no, yeah, no,
Planes.
that traumatized me for a while. I'm much better now with planes, where I'm more calm. But no, for a long time, I definitely had issues with planes, especially because of the first
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah. Oh, okay. If we're gonna go off of just any that destination, but we're gonna go off of horror. I guess last one. I guess I'm pretty. I'll say it. I think it was probably the one that
The projector
gave me
scene.
more of the that project. I think just like I don't know. I think just throughout the whole scene, like those like little like scenes that kind of creep you out. It's what gave me like the chills.
Yeah, Pennywise
Like I
definitely
would
was
get.
for me was the scariest part. Seeing him just acting the way he was. He was so creepy.
Dude, it's because the character, like, dude, you would honestly think like it was just like how to say it, like
A demon.
was it? Yeah, like, basically, like, cause he like that's a good. Also, the guy that plays it does like a fantastic job. Like he's creepy himself already.
Oh yeah, he's
So the fact that
definitely
he
a
got
really good actor. Bill Skarsgård. Yep.
no, that guy was amazing, and he was fantastic in both. And if you haven't seen it, I would recommend go watching it.
Well, I guess talking about such a great villain, what is your favorite horror movie villain?
Okay, so we're gonna go like Jason, Michael Myers,
I mean,
Scream,
it can be any of them basically. The Ghostface,
Ghostface,
Chuggy, all those types.
Chucky.
I'm gonna say it. Mine is Freddy Krueger. He ended up being the one I was scared of the most, and now he is the one I love the most. He is just so fun. Those movies
mm,
are not that great, but I love them to death.
uh,
Second for
I
me was
kind of, I
probably
never,
Ghostface, just because I love Ghostface.
yeah, I really never got scared of like Jason and Michael. Like, they really never scared me.
They didn't scare me either, but I do love Michael Myers.
Mm.
More so not for the other movies because I'm not a fan of most of them, but the first two I love, and definitely the first remake movie they did.
Yeah. Jason didn't scare me. I guess the one that like kind of like creeped me out was Chucky.
Well, who was your favorite? I'm not saying who scared you the most.
Oh, for my favorite. Oh,
Yeah.
my favorite.
Who is your favorite horror
I
movie villain? It could be anyone
got
too. It could be from like one movie. If he did that great of a job or she did that great of a job.
mm, let me see. Oh, the Annabelle doll.
So the Annabelle doll is your favorite horror movie villain?
She, bro. The Annabelle doll always gave me the creeps, but I always liked her because scary she was.
I've actually never seen her. I've never seen the movie, and I might have to watch it just so we can
Uh,
talk about it.
it's definitely. I don't. I think they're good movies. I obviously every movie has their flaws.
Yeah.
But I think just the Annabelle doll itself, like it kind of gives you the chills. And Annabelle is like a real life thing, whether you believe it or not. You know, it is something is in real life also.
Yeah. So,
The issue, if not, I guess the one that was like really one of those two.
sorry, what was the? It cut out.
Chucky probably was
Oh.
one of those two. Either Annabelle doll or Chucky.
Uh.
Yeah.
So, this is the next question. What is your favorite horror movie?
Conjuring.
The Conjuring.
Yeah, any one of those three or four now. I haven't seen the fourth one, but I heard the pretty decent.
So, okay, I guess let's go with this. What what would you say is your what would you say is so okay, wait, sorry. I'm going off the rails right now. I'm thinking of something else
Uh,
entirely right now. For me actually, what do you think is mine? I've told you.
Ghostface has to be Ghostface, right? Scream.
Yeah, Scream is my favorite horror movie of all time. I love that movie
Yeah,
and I've
Scream.
watched that movie
Scream.
so many times.
Um,
Billions
the newer one,
too.
right?
No, the first one. The first one. The first one is my favorite.
Very first one.
Yep.
The one with Matthew Lillard.
Yeah, Matthew Lillard. Yep. The goat.
Dude, what a actor! What an actor, bro! If anyone does not know Matthew Lillard, he does not make bad movies. If you see him in a movie, you know that movie will be good.
Yep.
I'm gonna say this now.
People are gonna watch this and then also write in the comments all the bad movies he's done. Uh,
No, 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 no. I've seen
Be
like
like,
the
I
movies
dare
he's
you.
performed in. No, I know, because I remember I was like, I wonder, because again,
He
I've always
doesn't
seen
do
him and like,
anything too bad for the most part. He actually does stay in a pretty
yeah,
good, like, at least
I,
comedy
I
wise. It's no matter what, even like it might not be the best story, but you're still gonna enjoy the movie for its comedy. Like,
yeah,
I know, some people are mixed on like the Scooby Doo movies, but like those, I mean, they're just so great. They're so
the live action
fun.
ones are
Yeah, I
fantastic.
love
Yeah,
them.
don't watch the
Don't watch
other
the other
versions of
ones
it.
that don't have like Matthew Lillard. Yeah, those are bad. Um,
Yeah, no, but Matthew Lillard, a fantastic actor. I love him so much. He was in FNAF and Scream. He's the voice actor for Shaggy. I was gonna say Scooby Doo for some reason.
yeah.
Um, no, a fantastic
Yeah.
actor. I love him
Well,
so
and
much.
we will be talking about him more in this podcast in later episodes when FNAF 2 drops later this year.
Oh yeah, we definitely gotta watch that. Definitely gotta watch that.
Yep.
But the first FNAF was actually really good.
Yep, I really
So
like the first one. I am excited for the second one. What do you believe is the scariest horror movie?
scariest one, the one that
I will say for me, I think it's Insidious.
Insidious is a good one.
The music, the
Uh,
scenes, there's so many good ones that lips the what was it? Lipstick face demon, I think is what or yeah, I think that's what it's called. The lipstick demon. That thing is
mhm.
so creepy. Oh my god.
Yeah, I gotta rewatch that because I don't remember a lot of it. So I'm pretty sure I gotta rewatch it to talk about it. Um, for me, I don't know. Like, what's the one that like scared me the most? Or what do I think is the scariest? I feel like one of the Conjurings, as much as like some people don't think it's scary, people scary. It I feel like could be, I guess, kind of up there. You know, just because of the scenes. Um,
Yeah.
I think Insidious is probably the one I've heard a lot. I can't really think of like another one that would like really come with it. That one.
Alrighty. Um
Yeah, I think Insidious.
man, we
But
are let's see. Let me see the time right now. Um
probably seven.
that is true. All right. Well,
Don't you have a movie to
I
catch?
did
Oh, what
want.
movie are
I
you
did.
watching?
Oh yeah. I'm going to be going to watch the Black Phone 2, and I will also let you know my thoughts in the next episode.
Do you know I haven't seen the first one?
I just watched the first one today, actually. while I was
Was it good?
while I was creating, I will say it was actually really good. There was only a few issues I had with the movie. The first one I give is, I think, a 7.5 or an 8 out of 10. I really
I haven't seen
liked
the
it.
first one. I heard the first one's good though.
Yeah, I really liked it. I just had a few issues with well, this is a spoiler for the Black Phone. I wasn't a fan of the fact that they didn't reveal like they hinted at things that, like, okay, here it is. This isn't too big of a spoiler, and I know you don't really mind too much about these, but they don't ever
Yeah.
tell you why the killer why the grabber was ever grabbing these kids. They never say it.
Oh, like their reason to do it.
Yeah, they never state it. The only thing I could come up with, just based on what I watched, was that it seems like he may have been abused when he was younger.
Mm.
They never state it, but you can kind of get hints just by the way he was acting. I don't want to spoil it too much for you, but I would definitely
Mm.
recommend watching it. His look is definitely like an iconic type of look. To me, I think he actually will be the new line of iconic villains for horror.
Really?
Yeah, I think he is up par. For me, I personally believe he's higher than the Terrifier, but well, Art the Clown. But I do believe that the Grabber could definitely end up being as one of the higher villains. And for what it seems like in the Black Phone 2, it seems like he might be taking a more Freddy Krueger approach, which is interesting. Um, but yeah, I definitely recommend watching it. It's actually not too long. It's only like an hour and 40 or an hour and 30, so it's less than 2 hours. And I'm gonna be watching the Black Phone Part 2 today after this podcast.
Who you going with?
What?
Who you going with? You going with your entire family?
Yeah, we're all going. They watched it without me originally. I wasn't too interested in it. They told me it was really good, and I also
Uh,
kept seeing the really good reviews, and now I'm kind of interested. So I watched the first movie today, and I'm going to be watching it later. So
I bet that.
I will let you know on how I feel about that later. I actually
Uh,
won't talk to you about it until we get to the podcast, just so that
yeah,
those thoughts
that's what
can
they
be
talk
there.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did have something else that we were gonna do, but we're kind of running out of time, so we'll save that for next week's podcast.
Well, we're gonna do this every episode drops. So
I think we'll do it probably like every
a week.
like every week. I'm not gonna say the date yet, just because we don't really know exactly what really for sure.
Yeah.
But so far so good. This has been the Dynasty Watch. Um, and
Yes,
we
sir.
hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please let us know what your thoughts are on this, and have a good one.
We didn't do a good job.
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh
we
yeah,
didn't do a good
let us
job. It's
know
our
if we
first
did a good
ever.
job. Let us know if we did
Yeah.
good.
So spoiler.
And
There's spoilers, and this is our very first podcast, so it works out well.
yeah,
You know.
leave recommendations on what you want us to do more on this podcast. Well, we're going to be talking about more than just horror, but we thought we should lean more into the horror section just because it's kind of Halloween themed right now and all this.
Halloween's in 3 days,
Yep.
so we're gonna be talking about a lot of Halloween stuff. So
Yep. So I'll talk more with you later. And
I
have a
bet.
good one, guys.
Have a good one, guys.